almost on track. Streaming matters with the butcher and Aubin's back. Chop the chords, Kodi knowledge in their hands. Tech savvy, shining lights on them streaming lands. They'll teach you, you won't stray. To keep your wallet full, learn the safer way. Grab your remote, hit play, sitting back, relax. The butcher Aubin, guiding you through the cracks. Streaming secrets, savings in your sight, locking down your info, keeping data tight. In the stream of things with no hidden fees, they'll navigate the net with the greatest of ease. Ace, ace, ace. Every show's a journey through the digital space, with the butcher and Aubin setting the pace. Apps and add-ons, they know all the tricks, saving you cash while you get your fix. They're the guides in this cyber maze, cutting cords while they're earning praise. Every week they're live, tech on screen so keen. The butcher's codes and Aubin streams a digital dream. They expose the scams, keep your stream so clean, saving gigs and cash like nothing you've ever seen. The butcher Aubin, heroes with a plan. To fight for.
Well, rocking it, aren't we? Rocking it with this new song. Like to thanks to Beach for another kicking ass song. I think I like this one a little bit better than last week. Last week was good too.
Yeah.
This one you can understand all the words.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till next week.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say we're going through the genres.
All right.
Next one could be a blues one, right?
Yeah, I could if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie, we're supposed to get people excited and up tempo for the show. I mean,
you don't like
get
blues?
depressed. Look, no, I do like blues, but why play a blues song, get them depressed before the show starts? Wait till we start talking at least 15 minutes later, then depress the hell out of them.
Yeah, that's like a mid-show break for some blues.
Exactly.
You guys are cool. But hey, I appreciate it. I think Beach has got himself a new little side gig with these songs, and I like him. I mean, to me, it's I enjoyed this one a little bit more only because you could really understand the words.
The word, yeah.
You could really understand the words of it. You didn't need some of them. You needed almost like we need to be able to see the text what they're saying. So
We should give him a raise.
we should. Raise him up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is put a
Nothing
couple
to
bricks
zero.
under the wheels of his wheelchair, so he's up a little bit higher. There's your raise.
Yeah.
There's your raise.
Here goes a freaking ramp for you, you know?
You're up
Hey,
2 inches.
what show gets a brand new intro song every week?
I know.
Not many. So, hey, thanks to everyone on the panel. You guys are all doing well, I hope.
Yeah. It's really nice out.
Freezing
It's
the
really nice
butt
out. The planes are flying
Yeah.
over. Like, do you guys hear them or not? Or is
No.
it's my crisp app
Yeah.
that's working? But these planes are like, it's Memorial Day weekend, so everyone is flying in and out today.
Yeah. Thanks.
Are they all Boeing?
Has like what?
Are they
Let's
all
hope not.
Hell
Let's hope
no.
not.
Big crashing.
No, when
No.
the roof comes crashing through the ceiling.
Yeah.
A door.
We had a plane come down once. It was a smaller plane.
No,
that
you did
came
have
down-
two planes that came down there in New York.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking right by my house. I'm talking by my house when I was
Oh.
a kid, and it was just like this little plane, and it landed. There's these parkways here, and it landed in between where one parkway ends and another one begins, and it landed right there. I never forget it. I was like had to have been like 9 years old, and
Yeah.
you know, like when you're a kid, you and all your friends just go run and investigate and do things, and you know, finding parts from the plane and taking them before NTSB ever showed up. You know,
What's up, Peter? Haven't seen Peter in a while.
yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I know that we had our holiday last weekend, and you guys have yours this weekend. And so I guess everyone's got working out getting the plant. We'll be planting our plants this weekend. So get
Okay.
the garden. We have planted some stuff, but we're going to actually get it in the ground. I think this weekend. I think
What are
snow
you
is done.
planning?
I think frosts are done, so I think it's safe. I think.
What are you planting?
Just some tomatoes, some
Okay.
peppers, cucumbers, some radishes. We already got lettuces are out there.
Okay.
Herbs, not
Okay.
the herb, but like some oregano, some basil. You know those. Kind
Okay.
of,
Cool.
yeah.
Plant
What
some
would you do for, like,
Carolina Reapers?
Huh?
What would you do
Plant
for
some
potatoes
Carolina
up
Reaper peppers.
No, I ain't doing no reapers. No.
No.
We are doing some little jalapenos, but nothing crazy. What would you do for potatoes? Is that
Yeah,
what you
because they need to be in the ground by Good Friday.
People do them here. I don't think they get real big. But most people will do. I was talking to a lady and she said they did it with dirt and then like some straw in it to kind of make a mound.
Gotcha.
But I mean, potatoes are so cheap. Waste
Can-
your time. Potatoes.
Todd, can't hear you.
What?
Couldn't hear you, Todd.
I think you're back now. Nope. No,
Yeah,
he's
I
gone
think you're
again.
back. Yeah, you're going.
Gone, Todd.
You're going. He's gone.
Nope, can't hear you. Nope.
Let's go back to what you were at.
Nope. I see the light on your mic, but I did not hear you. Wait.
See
No.
that?
Nope.
Oh, how about
There you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
see? Well, I think this one the wire got loose on my blue
Right.
snowball, and then it went to this, and then I got confused. So, but I think the potatoes would be smaller. I'm not gonna. But potatoes are so cheap. Why grow
Plant
them?
them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Price of everything is up. I was in the
Potatoes
supermarket the other day, and I went to get mayo because I bought some roast beef, and I said, oh, I'm gonna make myself some roast beef, provolone sandwiches. And you know what they wanted for mayo?
$7.
They want $7.89.
Yep.
I said, are you kidding me? Oh, man,
It's scary. It is, to be honest. It is. It's like this makes no
ridiculous.
sense. Well, but I don't know. Corporate greed. It does make
It's
sense.
corporate greed. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
100% corporate greed.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
Dukes ain't that expensive.
I still
Dukes
haven't
ain't that
had Dukes
expensive.
yet. It's a hard thing for me to leave Hellman's. I've had it all my life.
Dukes is better than Hellman's, Alvin.
I know
Yeah,
what you're saying. I just not ready to do it. I just can't. You know how hard it is. That's like
Yeah.
me telling you to try Hellman's. You're
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
no,
They use
I
Hellmann's up
live
here.
with this.
No,
Okay, use Hellman's up there.
That's the mayo that everybody has, and
Yeah.
I bring.
no,
Oh,
I
you
brought
bring in
Dukes
your
up.
Duke.
yeah.
I imported my Dukes, and Blue's like, she don't really like it, but
You don't like it? Oh.
she likes Miracle Whip.
Oh.
Oh my god! Oh my! Oh Jesus Christ!
I know.
Oh,
All right, it is. I'm like, Well, I'm good. I
Oh
don't need
man.
that. So, all right. Hey. All right. So Paul's over here. Groceries matter. All right.
Yeah.
We'll get started. Back to what our show is. So if you've not watched the show before, we don't just talk groceries and talk food. We actually will talk about tech items and things that streaming news and things that we find that are interesting, that we think that other people will find interesting, we hope, that would be tech related or streaming related, sometimes video gaming, retro gaming type of stuff. We talk about that at times. The second half of the show, so in 45 minutes to an hour, we will do our player pass, which will be covering the Snack Shack. So hopefully you've watched that, and we will do our movie review of the Snack Shack. So that'll be in the second hour. So we'll go ahead. We'll get started, and then we'll go ahead. Then we can, because you can't blame me for going on a tangent here and going off. I think that was somebody else over there. All right.
Just
yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everyone to vote in Telegram if you haven't. Okay, guys.
Yeah, I voted. Okay.
I voted.
I had to think for a second. You had to remind me before the show started. So one of the first topics we got here is Amazon TV has changed the Fire TV items, apps, devices, whatever you want to call it, has changed a little bit about how when you download or subscribe or test certain applications, there is they changed some of the way that the layout is. So people that just click, let me just try a free trial or whatever. You can be automatically subscribed or be subscribing to a paid service on the new layout if you're not careful. Hopefully not too many people watching this show are paying for a lot of this stuff, but if you are, pay attention to when you're going into downloading the app, because a lot of apps have a free month or have a free whatever, and then you can try it for free. And they have changed the layout, so make sure that you read, because if you sign up for some of these services, it will automatically start charging you monthly. And so some people may think, well, I'll get a notice that's going to tell me that I only wanted to try it for a month for free. I'll get a notice to let me know if it's time to actually purchase it or to start paying for it. But their new layout is a little confusing to some people. And this is a picture here. You can kind of see confirm and subscribe. So it's user need to pay attention. But it can happen where some people were used to just going through click. I just want to try this app.
Is there a cancel there?
No. Cancel is always hard.
Yeah, cancel. Remember, we talked about that a couple months ago, I think, where it showed it was like 2 clicks to subscribe to something, and 4 to 8 clicks. It was like a bunch of yes, no. You had to answer all these questions to unsubscribe. So be careful if you're going to subscribe to some of these things about how you do that and making sure.
But that's what I was asking. Yep. Is there something there to cancel out of it?
No.
Well, I'm sure like when you get to the screen, once you confirm, you know, here you can see it has the confirm button. Once you confirm it, it's automatically starts subscribing. Yeah. And I think one of the things in this article that was interesting is you're basically buying it through Amazon. So on your debit card, credit card, whatever you have Amazon tied to, it's going to charge from Amazon. So let's say you get Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus you're going to get Paramount Plus, but it's going to show up on your credit card statement as Paramount or as Amazon.
Yep.
But where you can have a problem is what if you had already signed up for Paramount Plus and then you went into Amazon and set it up? You could actually have 2 different charges.
I did that with my with Discovery Plus when it started. What was it, 2 years ago when I first started Discovery Plus? I had it on my PC. It was working fine. I thought, well, I'll throw it on my Fire Stick as well. That ended up with 2 accounts.
Yeah.
Figured that out 3 months in, and they did.
Exactly.
To their credit, they did give me my money back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go and you had to probably reach out to them.
I had to bitch and bitch and bitch and
yeah.
But
like I tell everybody, if you're setting up Fire Sticks, the easiest thing to do is get a Google Voice number. Okay, use that as your verification for setting up Amazon account. Set up a fake email, a Google Voice number that they can message you your code with, and then go and just Google Visa card, credit card generator number. Put a fake credit card number, because Amazon doesn't go back and verify those. All the Fire Sticks I set up for friends, I use the same account over and over and over again. So it all has a fake one. I tell them if they want to buy apps or if they have subscriptions, some of them have subscriptions to stuff. Why, I don't know. I'd say then you just deregister and put your real credentials in. But that's the easiest thing in the world. Just make up a fake Amazon account with a fake number, fake credit card, no sweat. Don't have to worry about it.
Does the
Well, and
deregister still get rid of the apps on that
no.
stick or whatever? No, because they used to,
Yeah.
didn't they? Yeah.
When
rid
you
of
log
it,
back in,
take
they're
the
there.
shortcuts off.
Yeah, the shortcuts are gone. You just gotta-
Shortcuts are gone.
Yeah, and the shortcuts. Yeah.
Because I mean, that's not hard to put back. But what I did this not too long ago when I set up. I went through and created, like you were saying, Beach, a fake Amazon account, and I actually used if you have Gmail, you actually can create extra Gmail accounts. I created a couple, I call them fluff accounts. I created some extra fluff email accounts that I sign up for stuff that has no credit card tied to it. And I can actually get the code. So when it sends me to an email, I'm able to pull it up. But it's tied to no credit card. It's not tied to anything. I think on the one, I think I did what Beach did. I don't even remember if I had to put in the fake credit card information. I think I didn't. I just signed up for that email, verified the email, and so if somebody gets a stick, even if they get it and they never add their own Amazon information, it's no sweat to me because it's tied to no credit card.
No credit card.
And it's when you go to your Gmail, you can click on it and it'll show you it says add accounts, and you can create multiple fake accounts.
You can do it also with the plus, right? Because that's what's called a plus alias. So when they ask for your email, you could say Joe Blow plus, and then whether it's thebutcher.com or thebutcher.gmail or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can have your emails created on the fly just like that.
But are you able to open an email?
Yeah, you can.
Because I can go
Gmail.
in and look at my email account.
Yeah,
when it does the
Gmail.
verification shit.
Yeah, through your Gmail, you can open.
Okay.
Them up. Yeah.
Because I did that with Smarters. If you go to Smarters right now, you can go and sign up for Smarters for free. So get Smarters Pro for free. Now there are modded. We all have modded APKs of it. But if you want to get the regular version, you can go to Smarters Pro, go through, add it to your cart, go through the whole check. You charge nothing. It's free. So you can get, 5 accounts or 7 devices or 5 or 7 devices that you can put on one. And I went through, and that was the first reason why I added some fake accounts, because I was like, I want to have some smarter accounts. So if I set up a device, I can use that Smarters Pro. And, so I went through, and that was the reason I created the emails first. And then, so I had like 4 Smarters accounts linked to different emails. And I can go in and verify. So, you're right about the creating a second account. But for people that are doing this, I mean, be careful if you are signing up on the Fire TV stuff. Hopefully you're not clicking through and not paying attention. You actually let it load. I want to say one of the parts of this article, it did say that some of the things are slow to load. The other options you have, confirm and subscribe's quick to load, but some of the other options are slow to load. So you kind of like have to let the page load completely to try to, if you want to do a trial, like some services say, we'll give you a 30-day trial. Those trial buttons tend to be a little slower to load. So if you're somebody just clicking through it, you may not even get that to load, and you've already signed up for it. So, yeah. Are there any free IM Player pros? Roger, I mean, are there IM Player pros? I have not seen any.
I have not seen any.
Yeah, because it checks with the server. I think that the way that their verification, because doesn't that have to check in with the server? Because you're kind of how you can.
That's how you're controlling. You're logging into it to control your account.
So that's probably how they keep that a little safer.
Yeah.
But I can't, Sandy. I can't say I've seen any. I don't know, Roger. You use IM Player, but you use the paid version.
Hang on, I got a repairman for my apartment here.
Oh yeah. All right,
I'll be back.
Yeah, come back. So yeah, I have not seen it. So Red says
I have the paid site also, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, and Donald pays attention to Donald, our link guy. He is always looking for links, and he's looking. He keeps his pulse on modded version, and he says nope. And so I definitely would lean to Donald on that because he's always looking for those kind of things. If he says there's not a free version,
IM Player is good if you have like one service. If you have multiple services, go make some coffee, go grab a book, go to the bathroom, do some laundry, and maybe by the time you're done with all that crap, it might have the first playlist done loading.
Yeah.
It is. It is painfully slow. Painfully slow. I had mine set up with 3 services. There's a lot of stuff I like about IM Player. If you're a reseller, I can see the appeal, 100% the appeal, because a seller can control stuff and makes it very easy for the end user. But as Beach says, the load times, I mean, the EPG and all that stuff, oh my God, it takes forever. It seems like it's spinning. Now, you can navigate through it, but that EPG, it's forever. I tell you, one of the coolest things with IM Player that I wish more things did is the search for sports. And Beach, if you go look for a sport, you can hit the little sports icon, and it has football, basketball, motorsports, tennis, golf, blah, 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 blah. Right. You hit that, then you can actually search for a particular game. And it's not perfect on finding the channels that have that particular game. It's pretty good, but not perfect. But it definitely gives you in the ballpark of where you may be needing to look for, let's say you want to see Green Bay versus the Chiefs. And it would list that game. And once you click that game, it gives you the channels that it shows that are broadcasting that. So to me, that's a really, really cool feature. But I couldn't wait the 10 minutes, 15 minutes for the EPG to load. So, but let us know. Let us know.
Yeah. I use it. I will say it does work well on my phone. I only have 2 providers on my IM on my phone, so it still takes forever to load, but it does work. I think better on the phone than Smarters. Just my opinion.
Yeah, Smarters is I agree. Smarter and TV Mate's a little bit funky on your phone navigating. I don't like it as much. So yeah, you're probably right on the phone part. The other topic there's another topic here. We have about a whole library. Now this is right up your alley, Alvin. My whole library was wiped out, and it means that, and what it means is to own movies, TV shows in a streaming age. When we buy movies and TV shows, go ahead, Alvin.
You don't own crap. That's what it comes down to. You got to be as crazy as I am.
Yeah.
When someone says, "Oh, a 60 terabyte drive, is going to be going on sale," and your mouth starts watering, there's a reason for it.
Yeah. And again, when we buy movies or TV shows, through our streaming services, it says you're buying it, but you never own it. And it can be taken away at any point in any time. It can be taken away for a number of reasons. So in this article, and you guys, all these links are down below. So if you want to read the full article, feel free to jump in there and read the full article. But basically, it talks about that whatever you buy through an online streaming services is not guaranteed that it's yours. You are basically renting it.
That's what I was just going to say. You're renting it.
You're renting it.
Long-term rental.
Yeah, and it's only rental until something happens. Like Alban likes
you
to
can't
kick
pay
on
your bill,
Disney.
you know.
Until Disney. Well, you like to crack on Disney a lot of times, where Disney
they have a vault. They still believe in their vault.
Yeah,
and they
take
just,
stuff
they just
off of
threw a whole bunch of
circulation.
the stuff back into it again. You know.
Yeah, so it is difficult. So again, if you're a person that wants to have a library and you say, well, I bought this through Amazon, so I own that and I can watch it anytime I want. Well, for now, but at any point, Amazon, if you read the fine print, Amazon can say, hey, we lost rights to that. Because that's what happens is that Amazon, Netflix, whoever loses rights to that particular content and they lose it to another company. So if Amazon owned it rented it during a certain period of time, and then let's use Disney, for example. Let's say it's a Disney movie. So Amazon had rights to a Disney movie and you bought it through, and so you could watch it anytime you wanted. Well, that's fine. But at the end of the contract that Amazon has with Disney for that particular content, it can be, if Disney gets the rights back, you no longer, since with Amazon, it's gone. And unless you paid for it through Disney, it's gone. And as we've seen Disney vault their content before, so you could possibly lose it because we're putting it away so we can release it down the road again as a re-release. So protect your neck, right?
Oh yeah,
your neck. I keep saying it. You know.
Yeah. Protect your neck.
It's not really that difficult for people to say, you know what? Hey, you remember when you used to have 8,000 VHS tapes on top of your VCR because you didn't want to have to keep buying them, or you have to keep going back to the video store to rent it. Better off holding yourself. A terabyte drive ain't that much.
Yeah.
Really.
So Alban doesn't have all those DVDs like on the shelves anymore. He just has a bunch of external hard drives.
Yeah, I am. That's what it is
like,
now. External drive towers, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or NAS. So yeah, if you're wanting content, we say library, and I think that having a library is this streaming age. The word has changed a little bit.
Yeah, because you look at it. Look at this, how they're building houses now. You're building a house and they're building media rooms right in the house.
Yep.
It's going to be the way of the future. Everyone's going to be, stuck at home. No one's going to be going anywhere. Everyone sits at home. And, you can have a couple of people come over and watch them.
Yeah. With us, I mean, we have the downstairs and we have that to set up as our TV room. Now, it's not an official media room, but it's our TV room, TV gaming room. And I will say that I'm on a couple Facebook groups that talk about media rooms, TV rooms, those kind of things. That stuff is exploding with people that are using, creating these rooms, these environments to have your own theater, in-home theater system. And now I'm not going to go with the chairs. Like, I see some of these people, so I'm like, how much did you spend?
Yeah.
on the projector and the sound system, and then they got the chairs that's in stacked up with with like a theater seating, and it's like, holy shit! No, I don't want. I want my room to. You can go in my media room and actually sit in there. You can sit in there, and you have friends over. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's a comfortable room.
No,
It's not,
you don't think
it's not
it.
a home theater only.
Listen, I've been thinking that home theater and having chairs that are spaced out enough that you could, have your drink on the side and not have to worry, who's using what and enjoy your movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
No,
They
I'll
got
bring
these
my
other
own
chairs
chair.
that have that. Yeah,
hey, do you have handicapped? Is it handicap accessible?
accessible.
If you don't, you're
Yeah.
discriminating.
Yeah.
Think about it. Discriminating.
Yeah.
Not letting
Damn
him be.
walkers.
Yeah.
Bring his chair in. Oh my God. So we talked about this a little bit last week, but this talks more about that. Netflix is really moving into the genre of live content. We saw it with. I actually watched a little bit of that Tom Brady, not live, but recorded the roast of Tom Brady. They had Cat Williams.
I haven't watched it.
Huh?
Well,
I
I
watched.
watched. Funny because I didn't watch it yet.
It's
I watched-
3 hours long.
Yeah, I
It's
watched
3
30
hours,
minutes
yeah.
of it, and it
Oh,
some
okay.
chuckles. The
Yeah.
30 minutes that I watched it, but
The comedians are funny. The
Yep.
football players are football players. You know?
Okay.
they're reading.
Yeah.
They're
reading.
reading what was wrote
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So
I could watch Nikki Glazer for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I
She's
love her.
hilarious.
She is hilarious.
so Netflix is moving into this genre of the live content, and again, it was broadcast live. You could watch it live when it happened. Now you can watch it and rerun. But we're seeing a lot of sporting events are moving here. So again, we talked about this a lot last week about Netflix is trying to change who they are, and we'll say that Netflix, they are the trailblazers or the pioneers in a lot of this streaming thing, because like all the other streaming companies wish they could be doing what Netflix is doing. We badmouth Netflix plenty on this show because of some of their practices and pricing and some of that, but they are good at what they do, and they got 270 million subscribers, doing something right.
God.
They walk the walk and talk the talk. They're a legitimate studio.
Yeah.
They're trying to take the place of real studios, and I think they have taken the places of real studios, and now they're trying to take broadcast TV's lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to do it.
Yeah. They got the money to do it.
Yeah. They got
they got the following.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it now. Was it last year? Remember they lost all that money and all those subscribers.
But that was short term.
Yeah.
But no one thought it was going to be short term.
Their name has become an adjective.
Yeah. That's the truth.
It's not a noun anymore. It's a freaking adjective.
Mm-hmm.
That's something. That means something.
Yeah.
And I think about with Netflix and what they did, and again, and I'll be the first one. You and I both were like, "This is the end of them. They are screwed up." When they were like, "We're going to stop all the password sharing. We're going to stop this and this and this," and they lost at the beginning. They went to ad base. They have an ad base program and all, and they've went up in the price has went up since then. And what we talked about it was a week before.
Yeah.
Within the last couple of weeks, we talked about how many million people that they had added back,
right?
And they are in a plus from even where they lost. They gained that many more back, even
right.
And they're gaining more people every month. They're adding to their subscriber base every month.
Yep.
But guys, seriously, do you think that if Netflix never would have held their ground like they always did before and say no commercials here, and still be the only people on the planet that weren't giving any commercials, no ads, on their service, what do you think that would have done to everyone else? You know what I mean? They
could have starved out. They're hurting. Everyone else wishes they were what Netflix is.
Right.
But you think, could they have starved out the other companies more, because the other companies are bleeding cash?
Mm-hmm.
But they got big bags of cash to bleed out of.
Yeah. So Netflix has the money to play with, but I think where Netflix said is Netflix stock got hurt a little bit because we're diluting the whole streaming. There's so many streaming services now. So
Right.
Netflix lost a lot of content because of Disney saying, well, we want to push our content and on our platform. So guess what, Netflix? You won't get any more Marvel stuff. You will not get any more Disney stuff because that's ours.
Yeah, but they already did that. Right, but they already did that.
But they've reneged on that now.
And
Yeah.
well, Disney has, but I'm just saying a lot of other content providers were pulling their stuff off of Netflix or not renewing it because Netflix had a lease for a certain period of time. But then once that lease is over, let's say Paramount Plus says, hey, guess what? We're not giving you The Office. Remember when The Office got taken off of Netflix because that contract was done? NBC says, we'll take that, and that's our content. So we're losing content, but what Netflix was – when Netflix stock was getting hurt a little bit because they were looking at the bottom line, Netflix says, we're going to start making money again. And they did what they needed to do, and now they are making money. And look at their stock is doing pretty good. The shareholders are pretty damn happy. You can when they're looking at the numbers and saying, oh, we're profitable again.
Everything you're saying is pretty much exactly what I put up that meme early in the week with the guy wearing a pirate hat and he's looking and says, oh, Netflix is awesome. He takes his pirate hat off, then it switches to 2024 and there's Netflix, Disney Plus, all these streaming ads, and he puts his pirate hat back on and says, hello, old friend. Hello, old friend.
I don't subscribe to any of these services, so
no.
I'm not the guy to ask, but I think Netflix is doing well for their shareholders, and you're going to see them producing more and more live to air TV series, live events, sporting events. They're just going to grow. They're getting bigger. They're not taking any steps back.
Nope.
What was it? The Emmys? Did they have the Emmys or something like that they broadcasted live? It's a daytime. Maybe I think it was the Emmys. It was one of those award shows. That Netflix put on. I'm like, what the hell? That's on Netflix? But
right.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and Netflix. I mean, it's going to be. It's going to be one of those. So even if Aubin hates them because they can't get his DVDs in.
Well, no, it's not. Listen, I always said, I do love Netflix because I was with them for so long. I wouldn't have the collection I have today if it weren't for them. I love them. I love being able to get DVDs every week from them. But when they got so greedy where they would say, oh, okay, you want to stream and get DVDs from me? Oh, no, you got to pay for both. No, that's not right. That's not right, especially when I'm with you for so many years.
They didn't grandfather. They grandfathered. Remember, they grandfathered for a little while.
Yeah,
their grandfather like, all right, we've grandfathered you long enough.
That's not right. But you see, that was all after Reed Hastings left. You know what I mean? Yeah. After he left, these guys, they said, "Oh, we're gonna do commercials and all that," and that's not what it was about. I think I strongly feel that if they would have stuck to no ads, they would take over everything, because no one wants to look at the ads. No one does. None of us do.
Well, Blue does. Only because
she doesn't really like it.
No, she does not. But she does have it because there are a couple content of her, that foreign stuff that she watches, that she can't get the dubbed version on certain content, even for us that have.
But what Netflix has all these dubbed versions of.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what
right.
There's certain content you can't.
You can still get it.
We can't get it.
Yeah, and it's hard to find certain.
I can give you some. Talk to Blue. There are some shows that she has for Netflix only.
With anime and foreign shit, it's hard to find.
And some of that Korean drama. Because she was big into that. And again, we're no rookies. Between her and me, we usually can, find stuff.
Anything.
And you can find the show, you can't find the dub. Is what the problem is.
on certain things. So,
Mhm.
all right, let's see. Then next, we talked about a little bit about this, and we'll just touch on this just for a minute. Comcast did reveal the pricing on their bundle. So, Comcast has basically gotten a deal with Netflix, Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and they're giving you a bundle package. So, it says here $15 a month. Yeah. It's called a Super Saver Bundle. Will cost you $15 a month. That is a 35% 35% discount on that if you decided to get those all free or all separately. So for people that have Comcast, this is a way of getting it kind of in a certain deal. Now, Xfinity also has some, or Comcast. There's other bundles that may happen with this, but this is the cable companies trying to play nice or get in bed with some of these streaming services to give you, to keep you on the cable TV database users and get your side stuff so that you're not cutting the cord. You know, it's like, hey, stay with us, stay with the cord, and you'll be able to get a discount on some of this stuff. So if you know somebody that has Comcast and they're wanting some of this stuff, you'll have to they'll have to call, talk to a customer service rep, and to try to get this deal if they want to have Peacock, Netflix, and Apple Plus on their bill with Comcast, and save some money if you're, because better than spending it. But hopefully you paid attention to us or asked the right questions, or that you're not subscribing to all those services. But yeah.
On a Kodi related topic.
Yeah.
I know you talking. Have you heard anything from Turks?
Yes.
An update on Turks.
That was supposed to be, I thought, in the next day or two. The other day he posted that he was gonna that they were, because their server went down.
Yeah, he'd hope to have a new server by Monday or Tuesday.
Now, I don't know how much of his content he locally housed. So it could be that he's still moving files, because that takes forever.
Yes, I figured that was probably a situation. Even if he found the server, it's just moving all the stuff he has.
Yeah, I want to say in their Telegram group they did talk about that, and I want to say it was supposed to be early in the week. I have not seen an update on that. What he did say in one of the posts did say that when they update the add-on, or when the app installs or updates, you should be able to update within the app to get the new version for when they move service. Because what happens on these services, guys, a lot of times add-ons or APKs, they are in the APK or add-on, it's pointing to a certain URL, a certain server. So let's say that server changes. So now the URL is not what it was before. It's a new one. And a lot of times they're hard coded into the add-on or APK to where that's going. So sometimes it has to update to say, oh, hey, you don't go to this URL. You're going to this one. So he posted that it's supposed to, once this move is complete, you'd be able to update within the add-on or in the APK, and it would go to the new URL. I looked today. I don't have my phone. It's not in here, so I can't pull it up. I don't think I saw where he said that they were live yet, saying, hey, everybody jump on it. So I'm sure he'll message me here in a little while and say, hey, I was watching the show, and yes, it's right. Again, he does have a Telegram group, or even if you join the Streaming Matters group, me or one of the other guys can relay that information. His Telegram group is pretty small. It's not a public group. That should be, but that was due to a server issue, was shut down. So where he had all his stuff at, that is no longer. So they had to do some moves in, what was it? What was it?
App add-on something or other.
Yeah. I think the URL was like app add-on. That whole thing was taken down.
So will the app update by itself, or do you have to
No.
reinstall?
No.
No. If you go into the app, when you go in the app itself, if you go to settings, I
Right.
think it was at the very bottom. It was update. If memory serves me correct. So settings, and at the very bottom, it had a box that would say
Right.
check for updates. And if you clicked it, and then I think it would check for updates. And if there was an update, you clicked it again, and then it would update.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't have.
So if you use it, I mean, I'm on the app right now on BlueStacks, and I mean I'm on 113, and I just checked, and there's said I'm on the latest version, so it's still not loaded. So
Yeah, it's gonna
yeah,
look.
just so we can discuss a Kodi subject.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't many. There's not many Kodi
Yeah.
topics to talk about.
Yeah, knock on wood, everything seems to be running all right.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't see anything posted today. Again, he's having to wait for things, and I think that Roger's right when you're talking about stuff being moved and all kinds of. It's
Nightmare.
not.
It's a
It's
nightmare.
not. Yeah. It's not. Oh, we just moved over here. We're done. No, it doesn't happen quite like that.
No.
If you're talking petabytes of media, it takes a long time to move that size of files.
Yeah. And hey, Donald, if you want a link to his group, hit me up. Donald, do you have my Telegram? I can get you invited to that group. Again, it's a closed group, very small. When we think of Telegram groups, it's not a big group. So he invites. If somebody comes to me and I'm like, hey, so and so needs to get in, he'll invite that way. He's not looking to be super public. So hit me up, bud, and I will try to get. Yeah, and I don't see nothing new right now. So he's probably still on the fence, waiting to hear of how everything's moved over. So this one here, we like gaming. Microsoft is reported is getting ready to put a $16 billion bid on Valve, which is Steam, in the next sometime soon.
Yeah, real soon.
So
Which is crazy. That would give Microsoft just a stranglehold on the video game market. Their competition. If they buy Steam, the competition really is Epic Gaming Store, which is, I mean, there's really no competition between Steam and Epic.
Yeah, again, I wonder how these works with these. When we talk about how the U.S. has the
anti-monopoly,
which
they tried to
that with them.
They tried to stop them.
That's how this all started.
Yeah, they tried to keep them from buying Bethesda, but they bought them anyway.
Yeah.
Well, but it would be weird for them to get Valve and the Steam. I mean, because Steam, that is, Valve. I didn't realize that. Did Steam buy Valve?
The same guy made it.
Okay, because
Newell.
Steam is its own platform, and Valve was, they created Half-Life and all this kind of stuff like that.
But the CEO, Gabe Newell, he's the brainchild behind both of those companies.
So, well, it could be, more Microsoft shit, owning more crap, controlling more stuff. And hey, we'll be talking about Microsoft in just a moment. Let's jump over here to the next topic, which was the App Store. We talked about this last week about the iOS, or so your Apple platforms are loosening the straps on the retro gaming ports.
This one was crazy too. Crazy.
Yeah, but I think that because Apple has so many permissions and things you can't do, and so what happens is in emulation, and people say, well, why wouldn't an emulator work on certain games? And this has happened with Android. So let's say you install an app, and it's app number one. It's an emulator, but it needs to access files somewhere else on your hard drive where your ROMs are at, and the actual emulator itself is another app. So you have to. So add-on 1, which is your front end, which is what you see when you go to run emulation, it needs to kind of tell another app that, hey, you can run, and you can run a file off of another folder. And this is where security for Android and iOS has an issue, because they always worry about malware that says, I install it, where it's installed, but then it tries to access other folders. And Apple, as well as Android, really try to limit a application's controller permissions to access things that it shouldn't. Which you don't want your OS to let some application run wild on you. But the problem with emulation is sometimes it needs different things, especially with emulation. So if you run, let's say, emulation station. So emulation station is your front end. That's what you see when you load it up, and you say, I want to play Crash Bandicoot, and you see the game because you have the ROM. You click it. Well, then it has to load a backend, which may be RetroArch or other things. And then it needs to run another core. So it has to run what PSX, whatever that core is, to run that game. So that's where that problem runs. But Apple seems to be loosening those restrictions on that, because they also said, well, that's your pirating.
I still don't trust them.
Wow. Yeah, I don't either. I can't believe this is going to work.
Yeah.
And if it does work, I can't believe they're going to let it work for very, very long.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, as soon as
after they collect all the data of everyone that has stuff.
Oh my God, you in color? Yeah.
Listen,
his tinfoil hat. Got to get his tinfoil hat. Collecting the data. I don't think
that's why I have no hair up here. It feels over perfectly all the way around. I'm good.
I'm
good.
So it is happening. I mean, we are seeing this. So if you're an Apple user, bless your soul. But it is. They're trying to loosen it, because that is the thing about Apple is why I would never have an Apple device myself is their over-parenting, that they know you're not doing that, or hey, you want to install that? Oh no, you're not. Whereas Android's kind of like, we'll warn you, and if you want to do it,
want to screw it up, have at it.
Those of us that grew up playing with PCs versus those of us that grew up playing with Macs have a very big different outlook on permission and what you're able to do with your own machine and hardware.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we're all about, hey, if it's my device, if I break it, or if I get malware, or if
that's on me.
That's on me. I'm not going to call up Microsoft and say, hey, guess what? I got malware on my damn computer. How did I do that? Oh, why did you let me do that? It's like, I don't know. Again, I think it's part of our age, guys. I think that we're a part of that. You know what? If I fuck up, guess who this is on? It's on me. Right. Nowadays, if something messes up, it's like, oh, why'd they let that happen to me?
Yeah.
You're a dumbass. That's why it happened to you.
You're a dumbass. Right. Oh, man.
We never got participation trophies. We had to earn everything.
Nope. Earn everything.
Yeah. And so I think that's what it is. It's, a lot of people blame other stuff. I mean, I can't imagine blaming an OS for whatever issue. And they're like, oh, it's
but you got the other set of people that would still complain, when they with malware or phishing and all this other crap, and it says, oh, well, this is Microsoft. We're calling you because
I tell you what,
we see something going on your machine.
That phishing shit is my 70-year-old brother gets fished once a week, and I don't care how many times I tell him, do not do this. He's still gonna freaking do it.
He's still gonna do it. Yep.
Yeah, it's on him. So.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, Apple's
that's on him.
Apple's.
Oh my god.
And this is an article which plays right into what we were talking about with Microsoft and controlling. How does any of you guys feel about Microsoft AI taking screenshots of your desktop every few seconds
Don't care.
and storing it so that if in the future, now they're stored locally. So let's say that you need to find, I can't remember what file I was running or where I was at that website last week, that it's taking screenshots.
But they've
And-
already done that. They're doing it right now.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not looking for directions to build pipe bombs or any stupid shit like that. So it doesn't matter to me. I don't do anything that illegal.
Well, but the thing is that once they get the precedent to do it, they don't have to have a reason. I mean, even if it's just like, I wouldn't want some. I actually kind of noticed a little bit of this when I got the Lark box, Aubin, like you got that Lark box.
Yeah.
Windows 11. Never had Windows 11 until I got that box and setting it up. Well, by default, it sends your desktop, all the files on your desktop go to Dropbox, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's
Dropbox. Yeah.
Right.
Automatically. So as soon as I logged in, I'm setting up the Dropbox or setting up the box, the Lark box, a little mini PC. I'm setting it up, going through the keyboards, and then I get an alert from Dropbox says, "Oh, you're over your limit." I'm like, why am I over my limit? And having to go through, it had downloaded everything on my desktop. Now it was copying my desktop from my Windows 10 PC, right?
Yeah.
But
it was grabbing. And I was like, wait a minute. Whoa. I didn't ask you to back up every damn thing I had on my desktop.
right. But Windows has already done that before, because the way it's set up is you could go over come over to your house, log in with my Microsoft account, and all my stuff is there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And just the same way, how with them taking a picture, they have, when you, what is that called? The task view for Windows, where you can add extra desktops. If you scroll down in there, it shows you every file that you've opened, and you can just go click right back in it and open up the app. It's insane.
Yeah. Your phone tracks you, your computer tracks you, everything freaking tracks you. Don't do shit.
Yep.
Your mom's gonna be embarrassed of.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Wait.
Right.
No, Roger, buy a VPN. That'll buy a VPN.
We had a story on that last week. That might not be.
Yeah.
Not quite safe as you thought it was.
Nope.
It's yeah, but it is interesting.
Crazy.
I mean, again, by default, a lot of times this stuff is turned on. And again, with us talking about it, not telling you that you got to do whatever you got to do. But we just try to inform you so that if there's certain things that you are concerned about, you need to be, you're informed, you're aware of it. Now, if you're okay with that, fine, stick with it. But if you want to make changes or turn things off or, turn things on, either way on your settings, you need to do that. I mean, I would have never known that Windows 11 was backing up everything to my Dropbox. But what amazed me when I thought about it, I'm like, what a smart business practice.
Yeah.
Because I ran out of space really quick. I mean, what's your free? It's 10 gigs, 15 gigs for Dropbox.
I don't even think it's that big.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
I think it might be 2 gigs on the free.
But it was like boom right away. Hey, you need to sign up, and for $19 or whatever a month or whatever the price it was, you can get X amount space. How many people say yes to that?
Oh, a lot.
How many people?
A lot.
Oh, I didn't know I needed that extra space. Oh, I got to save every damn thing that's on my desktop? No, that's why I got a computer. So I could, if I need to save it, I got an external drive or USB. But
they're going to run out of space, just like how they did before with the Google Drive. Remember, they said, "Oh, well, we ran out. We ran out of giving you all this stuff for free. So you want it, you got to pay for it, or you're going to lose it."
Yeah.
You're gonna.
I buy Office 365 from them, so that comes with extra Dropbox every month. I can't remember how much extra I get, but plenty.
No, I don't. I don't use that Office 365. I hate that. I hate to buy an app that that's never mine. I gotta keep paying.
Yeah,
back
you got to keep buying it.
No, that's not right.
I
That's
have
just
it
so
because
wrong.
it's cross-platform. I can use it on my phone too. That's why.
Yeah,
Why
but
I use it.
so do I. I can have my files that I can still open up, and you can still grab a free app that I can open it on my phone. It's the way I go about it. Is paying monthly for an app is just cruel. That's so cruel.
I see Russell.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Todd.
Russell pointed out Windows 10 is coming to an end in 2025.
Mhm.
So what it'll be, there won't be any more security. Well, they'll have security updates, but they won't have any feature updates.
Right.
And you just got to pay for them. There'll be a paid tier at some point.
Yeah. So I mean, I stuck with XP for a long time. As I dragged into 7, I was slow to get. I'm like, oh, you're not getting me. Windows 8, you're fucking not getting me there. And so it is again. You've got things. There's times when you have to move forward.
Yeah.
So I do have.
Yeah, but I'm hoping 12 will come out real quick, because that 11 is just like
I love
everyone's complaining. A lot of people complain about it.
Yeah, fuck them.
I'm using it on that Lark box and it's fine.
Hey.
Yeah.
But I don't use it on this PC yet.
Mm-hmm.
You will. You won't have a choice. So get used to it.
All right. Beach is probably saying we gotta get to the fucking second half of the show.
Yeah.
So I'll touch on just quickly. So there's Hollywood takes down some anime flicks, Vega movies, and some other sites for with this. So I will say this, and this happens all the time when sites are taken down. Certain add-ons may not work or have the content that they had prior to that.
Right.
So this happens. It's been happening for years. So, we all roll with it. So I don't know of any, I can't name add-ons that are linked to the Anime Flicks or some Vega movie websites, but this does reduce or create some problems when you're looking for certain content.
Right.
You have a Debrid account, guess what? That means you got more sources and you just roll with that. That's going to happen.
It's this takedown's gonna affect your anime users the most.
Yeah. It's focused in India. The order came from India, so because they're trying to protect a lot of their Bollywood stuff. But so there's a lot of sites maybe taken. Here's a list of some of those sites. But again, if you're using a scraper add-on, it may be trying to pull from some of these sites that are no longer there. So you'd be like, well, hey, I was watching Demon Slayer off of this add-on or from this site prior, and all of a sudden it don't work. Something's wrong with it. It could be because the site is no longer around. So we just roll with it. So we got 2 sites of the week. And I'll let Alban talk about our sites of the week. I won't even do our intro.
Okay. All right.
So this one was the sliding toys.
Yeah. Trying to see. Yeah. This one is like remember, like the reason why these two, like these tile games. Remember when we were kids, that it was always like the gift in a Halloween gift or even Christmas.
Yeah.
You get these little sliding things that you had to, figure out how to slide them around to get, get the answer. And I figured, with the movie that we had this week, of bringing us back, I figured, well, this would be pretty good, to try out.
Yeah. Okay. So let's try it.
No, you shouldn't do it that way. No. Let's go around the other way. You'll be sitting there forever that way.
I'm close.
You didn't have one of these slide games when you were a kid, or you don't watch Survivor, right?
Right.
I don't watch Survivor. Yeah. All right. So a sliding game. So this does bring us back to some of those little brain games. Basically, you're trying to get in order 1 through 8. So, all right. What's this other one? The Museum of Sounds. Now I can't play the sound because it never plays on fucking big screen. No.
Okay.
Let's watch. See, I hear it,
well,
but you guys don't.
Oh, you hear? Okay.
This is a
So
big screen issue.
yeah, but it was pretty funny. Talk about bringing you back. You can
I
hear.
love ICQ noise. I miss
ICQ.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had a 4-digit ICQ number.
Oh, woo! You were early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for you younger folks, ICQ was like a message. Well, it was like a live chat,
Yeah.
wasn't it, Raj? I mean, it was
Yeah,
like,
you
how
could,
would
you
you
could
describe
live
it?
chat. You could send files. It was point to point. It was a great service. I wish it was
Yeah.
still around. I used it
Good one.
all the time.
Yeah.
You can still scroll down. There's a bunch of them there. Like Space Invaders over there.
Well, I just
Oh
got
my
a
God.
good resource to go ahead and grab stuff when I need it for certain projects.
Okay.
Yeah, teletype. Oh, taking a picture. Well, I know this sound because I play a lot of retro games.
Yeah.
Is the you got AOL, you got mail sound
Yeah.
on there?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
This is just a
Yeah.
you know when you logged in,
Yeah.
it gave you that little
got
sound.
mail.
Yeah, it would do the you got mail. I don't know, this is stupid.
That one is funny. No, I thought that was good because you hear them
Oh,
blowing
putting the
into
cartridge in.
Yeah, and you hear them blowing into the cartridge.
He's blowing in it. All right, so young kids, what we used to do in the cartridge, if it didn't work, say, take it out, blowing the dust off of it, and then stick it back in, and it would always work.
Cool it down.
Work.
Store them in the refrigerator.
This is the dial-in.
Oh
Yeah.
I miss that sound.
Yeah. That's why I thought this was pretty funny.
It is pretty good.
All
these links are down below, and then we had one more.
Yeah, one more. But this is, I think we're gonna add this as a new segment in the best buy of the day. But I mean the bad buy of the day.
Bad buy of the day.
You can find different things that are terrible buys, and we'll leave them here for you. This here is the Bobcat mullet. So you can. It's really just like the headband and the hair. So I gotta get one of those for when I want to go hang out with.
I'll be. You would not.
I have a bunch of friends
mullets
who are bald,
popular.
so I'd see myself getting one of those. Be a
Mullets,
smart ass.
the kids at school, boy, the mullets are fucking hot and heavy at our
Oh
school.
man!
I bet you 40% of the kids have mullets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're proud of it. I'm like, man. Okay, so
they've made a comeback.
bad buy of the week. All right, so we're going to do the spin of the week, then we'll get into
you wanted to show the names of the who's got what or what's on there?
They're
You have
scrolling.
Andrew has memory. Okay, go ahead. You got it, Dave.
No, I said just scrolling on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, they're scrolling on the bottom. Andrew has memory. I have Godzilla X Kong. Dab says Godzilla -1. Eddie has the Old Oak. Roger, the Ministry of the Ungentlemanly Warfare. And the beach has what's yours?
Memory?
Ghostbusters Frozen.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
So most of those are new. I don't know about the Old Oak. Eddie, where did you pull that fucker from?
No, it's new.
It's new.
It's a new movie.
All right, my bad.
English related.
It's
All
English,
right,
yeah.
my bad. That's why I always skip that English stuff. Yeah, okay. All right. So
we'll spin
let's
that
go ahead and
wheel.
spin this so we can get into our snack chat. Roger better not win 3 weeks in a fucking row.
It had been a long time since I had a movie. Looks like Ghostbusters.
Looks like Dave's gonna get this one, right?
Good.
Yeah.
I've been holding off watching this show.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we watched the last one.
We did.
We've watched it, so that's why I put it on the wheel.
Okay. Oh, and it's a new movie. I like it when
Yeah.
we have new stuff that's current that we can praise or to rag on. Either way, this will give you both. I've watched it, so.
Oh, you watched it already?
Yep. Oh yeah.
But you can you and Blue can come back in big
Yes.
screen and watch it in 3D.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
I bet you Blue will. I bet you money she will sit down and watch this in 3D because again, we watched it last week. It was like within a couple days of it dropping in 4K or 1080. We watched it. So
I know we're getting the bad news. The bad news is I won't be able to watch it this week or review it. I'm
What?
going on holiday. I'm going away on holiday on Monday.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with going on holiday, man. There is no.
You going anywhere good?
Oh, we just like to take the kids away in a caravan for a week.
Go
He's
where?
going to
I didn't hear.
Butlins.
In a caravan.
Caravan.
Mobile home.
Yeah, RV.
Okay.
RV.
Oh, that's
You're
great.
An
RV.
RV.
Oh, that's
But it's
great.
not an RV. This is a stationary one.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
trailer.
okay.
Well,
Be going in a trailer, boys.
Hey, Andrew, did he still
these
call?
aren't like redneck ones like you.
Hey, Andrew, did he still call them caravans?
Yes, caravan.
Yeah, that's what he
Okay.
said. A caravan. Yeah. So yeah, he's going to be doing some of that. Yeah. So is it a lake
Oh,
or
I'm
at
going
the
to
ocean?
drinking.
You're at the lake or the ocean? Where are you going to be?
Oh, it's like a resort type place. It's got like a lake and stuff.
Okay. So you got a lake, and you got some woods, and
Yep.
so pick up a couple
The bar.
ticks. And, yeah, okay.
Very
I'll
good.
be at the bar.
Enjoy, Andrew.
Yeah, with the kids
Yeah.
and the family. Hey, memories are made in those kind of stuff. So hey,
Yep.
100% agree that your ass needs to be there, and don't worry about
Mhm.
missing next week. And
Yeah.
Do you know what? I could take my Oculus.
oh my
Do you
god,
know
take your Oculus.
And get his Wi-Fi off of his phone.
Well,
Because
that's
he
it.
uses his phone for every single other thing.
Yeah.
That fucking
Yeah.
park's probably got Wi-Fi.
Don't
Yeah.
know Monaco when the caravans are rocking.
Oh Jesus. Okay, so next week is Ghostbusters. Frozen. Was it Frozen in Time or
Empire.
Frozen Empire.
Frozen Empire? So that is the movie. So
I'm
let's.
still gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's worth watching. Hold on, let me throw our intro over to this. No music. We're rolling into the second half, which is a little
Okay.
bit past second half of the show.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
Dun,
Ba,
dun,
ba,
dun,
ba,
dun.
ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Andrew, for that help. So we're going
Copyright strike.
to the player pass. Yeah, don't get copyright strike on that one. We're going to the
yeah.
player pass section of the show, which we review a movie that was picked by the Wheel of Crap last week, and this was thanks to Roger for this one. And we got to watch Snack Shack. So this is where we're going to give you our thoughts on it. So there will be spoiler alerts. So prepare yourself. Okay, so I'm going to open the floor to you guys over in the side chat. Chime in if you've watched this movie. And panel guys, what did you think of the Snack Shack? Roger's pick, of course. What did I say that was Roger's pick?
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Thanks, Andrew.
I was worried, Roger, just because it's always up and down. But actually, do you know what? I actually really enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah. Me too.
It had a lot of like nostalgia to it. Like I would have to because it's obviously it's 90s, but it's like 90s America, so it's not like something I know. But it's got a familiar feel to it because it reminds me of movies from like the 2000s, the early 2000s, like the Superbads and the stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's the kind of like, but it's not like it doesn't have like that cringy humor to it. It's like quite clever humor, and I was watching the first part of it in big screen with you guys, and Roger, you just kept saying that Moose, you just kept going, oh, I like this kid's what was it you said? I like this kid's
Hustler.
hustle.
Yeah.
He's just a friend he's always trying to find ways to make money and stuff like that.
Mhm.
He was pretty smart, though. Kid was pretty smart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually waiting for something to go wrong, but I was. That's why I was surprised at the way the movie shifted in the second part. It's like it goes from like innocent comedy buddy type movie to like quite serious in the second bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had
That's
a
what
full
we're
range
good
of
at.
emotions in it.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. And actually, and the acting was really good. Just I think it was a good script. I was just a bit confused as to what I don't know if the director knew what the the moral or what they were going for with the with the script, because it was like I say, it's like one part comedy and little bit like it's comedy, romantic comedy, isn't it? Really, when you think about it, and then it's like drama in the mixed into it near the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only when we were watching it with everybody in there, Scott Quick, he prefaced, and I don't think he'd seen the movie before. He prefaced that something was going to happen to the Shane character. He felt like something was going to happen to Shane, and if you've not seen the movie, spoiler: Shane dies in the movie, and yeah, it was really heartfelt, really. It really was.
Yeah, because when you're watching it, like he's obviously plays like a big brother type person.
Yep.
But I was like, there was a point in the movie where he's like sitting. They're sitting having a drink. I think they're sitting on his truck having a drink, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm wondering what part in the story is this character going to play? Like, what is like why is he there? Is he just there to be like the big brother give advice character, or is there actually another reason he's in the movie? And obviously, it's at the end it's to add the drama and the emotion, I guess.
Yeah. And it did pull on your heartstrings when he died, even though he had a really small part in the movie, but it still pulled on your
And
heartstrings.
also, we've seen this guy before.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Damsel.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
He plays the prince.
The prince.
Well, Blue said that this guy played in a couple different movies.
Yeah.
She named him off to me.
Him.
She named off, and she's not. I don't know if she's within earshot if she's listening, but she told me the two movies that we've seen him in because she named him while we were watching. She goes, "Oh, he was in this one and this one." It was a movie we didn't like. Oh shit, I can't remember. Maybe she went downstairs.
You could just click on his name.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. This one's not giving us.
If you click on the picture, click on the picture.
I did.
And it doesn't. And
No,
it does not show.
usually it has their name, like who it is, but they're not.
Just click on the movie title.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is my first time here. So this is Connor Sherry.
Yeah. The Terminal List TV show, The Devil You Know.
That wasn't what she mentioned. She didn't mention.
I don't know any of these movies.
It's got to be down here.
Don't know any of them.
Nothing there.
No, maybe it was the other kid that she.
I know the girl was in something.
The other guy's in the Fable.
Yeah, there was some kind of.
Yes, he's in another one. He's in the Predator.
Well, Moose was in Fablemans.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, he was in
the Steven Spielberg role in the Fablemans.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a link of that over here before.
Yeah.
That I showed. Yeah, this one here.
Jurassic World.
Yeah, Damsel. Teacher. Yeah, none that rings a bell. I can't remember what did you just talk about. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Andrew. Go ahead.
No, that was I just popped in to say that he had seen him in Damsel. I think Eddie was in the middle of saying something.
Eddie, what did you think of this? Eddie, what do you think? What did you think of Snack Shack?
Oh, this movie, it brings back a couple of memories because it's in the same time period and the same age of these guys that my kids were.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying,
Okay.
you know, and I'm saying, I'm just wondering, I'm saying, because my kids got into some crazy shit. I'm saying, I already recommended this to my kids, you know, because they do strange things, but this is like up to the limits, you know. But I really liked it. It's reminiscent, but at the end when Shane dies, you know, it's like a little tearjerker at the end.
Yeah.
But I really love this movie. I give it
Do you think?
a big plus.
Do you think it was a happy ending or a bad ending? Because he lost one of his best friends died, and then the girl that he was in love with left.
Yeah.
I think it was a real life ending.
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
just happens in real life.
Yeah.
And also he's only 15, I guess, supposedly.
Yeah, like they were reminiscing, you know, what is the last time, you know, and all of a sudden, bang, he's gone, you know, and so everybody reacts. That's why I say at the end, it was a tearjerker at the end, I think.
I was kind of upset that he wrecked that freaking nice pickup.
Yeah. Was that a Ford 150?
No, it's a Chevy.
No, the Chevy.
Okay.
It was funny when we were watching it. We finished it this morning, and when he peeled out that last time, and he says, "I'll see you tonight. We'll pick you up," and he peels off, and I said, "Oh yeah, this is where he gets T-boned because he went through like an intersection." I said, "This is where he gets fucking T-boned," and Blue says, "That's mean," and then. A couple minutes later, they're like, "Oh, you know, Shane died." And Blue goes, "Look at there." She goes, "You kind of called it." I was like, "I'm just saying the mug was drinking, and then he went like bolting through an intersection, even though it was like on a city, you know, in a little neighborhood." But I was like, well, you know,
they kind of showed that he was a reckless driver. Prior
Yeah.
to he was, you know, he was spinning out. He was drinking and driving.
always
several
drinking.
times. So they prefaced it.
Yep. Yeah, he was drinking all the time.
All the time. Yep.
Yeah, don't forget in 1991 there was no seatbelts either, right?
No, there was in 91.
No, there were.
Yeah,
There were.
wait,
Yeah.
I'm thinking because I got my license in 85, 80, no, shit, 84. And seatbelts were pretty
that was
mandatory.
A law. That was a law by 91.
Yeah.
But maybe drinking and driving wasn't a law back then.
No, that was that was at the height of
That was in the
mothers
70s.
Yeah.
That was 70s. 70s, you could drink and drive, and the cop would drive you home after you hit a tree.
All right.
Hey,
go ahead, Eddie.
Hey, Rod, where did you find this movie?
I don't even remember. I just seen it and it looked appealing to me. I like the font, honestly. So it looked like it was going to be nostalgic. So that's why I went with it.
Good choice. Good choice.
I'll go next, and then you guys, whoever wants to chime in. I was reluctant, and Blue was even more reluctant, and I said we're gonna do this each morning, like Thursday, and then we did it Friday morning. So we did Thursday morning, Friday morning to watch the whole thing. Reminded me a lot of Napoleon Dynamite. If I had to like try to find a movie that reminded me of this movie, so Napoleon Dynamite would kind of do it where it's that feel. The only thing that so first of all, the girl the love interest.
Yeah.
Okay. The love interest.
Really
I
cool.
said to Blue, she ain't nothing but a tramp. And the reason I say that is, first of all, she's one of them people that her dad's a military guy, so she's a military brat. She rides in the town. She gets to live her best life, whatever it is, because she knows it's only a short period of time. So she can be the hoe in town, and guess what? She's leaving. So there's no reputation that's going to be carried along with her. And it bothered me that the guys let this tramp get between the two of them, which young boys will. So it bothered me, and the shit pig bothered both Blue and I. Now, you can have pet names about people, your love interest, whoever. You guys have little pet names. Pig shit ain't really a little love language. That's a derogatory term. I don't care how you twist it. So that really it made me not like her constantly, because whenever she said, "Hey, pig shit," I couldn't like her. And then when she had the love interest with AJ's buddy Moose, I'm like, she playing the hoe because she's trying to make, either she's wanting both of them in a menage a trois, or she don't care. And so I couldn't get her in as a character. I found there was quite a few laughs. It reminded me, what was it? Had to be set in the early 90s.
91.
So with the music, that's like where they were kind of with his sister, I guess, is where I kept picking up the music. The only other thing that I wish they would have made them a little older. 14 and seeing them drink so much.
That's what we did in the Midwest, though. I started drinking when I was 12.
Well, you're in the I guess if you're in the Midwest, you ain't got nothing else to do. You got cows and drinking. So those are the two enjoyments that you got in your life. That was the only thing I was kind of like, 14 is just a little young, as much as I saw him drinking. That was what we did.
That's what we did in Iowa.
All right. So I didn't grow up in Iowa. I drove through Iowa a couple times, but I didn't live in Iowa. So that was my beefs with the show, with the movie. I did kind of like the ending when we had the Shane dying. I did kind of like that. Not like it as in I'm glad he's died, but I like that I like a movie that's going to make me laugh and then make me kind of reflect on life and kind of make me choke up a little bit. Yeah. I did like that. So I enjoyed it. I did struggle a little bit about, could I give it a player pass, only because I'm thinking, who do I say watch this? That was the only thing I struggled with. But definitely worth watching. I could see a lot of teenagers using it. And Blue said to me, well, couldn't you have your students watch this?
Oh, man, I don't know. Should you recommend this to students or not?
A lot of F words in there.
Yeah. A lot of beer drinking. A lot of beer making.
So I don't know.
But
in my line of work,
kids
I'm not sure
understand you grew up in a different time.
Yeah. It is a different time.
It was a different time.
It was a different time for sure.
So I did like.
Well, you would have to first put a disclaimer in, like the movies we had, and surprising, this movie didn't have one because it came tobacco depictions. Oh my God, I nearly had a seizure because they were smoking through the entire freaking movie.
Yep.
Oh my God, I almost had a freaking stroke. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there is a lot of movies we've talked about where they'll give that warning.
Yeah.
They're smoking in this. They didn't give any warning on this.
It's like that one movie. I can't remember the first movie. I think Indiana Jones. It was like the one scene on the boat. The guy lit up a cigarette and took 2 puffs. So they have to put a warning in for a scene that lasted maybe less than a minute in a freaking 2.5 hour movie. Bullshit.
I've got a question about this movie. Does anybody think it could have been like a bit shorter, or do you think 2 hours is?
I didn't find any problem with the time myself.
Yeah. I just feel like movies these days, it seems like they've got to be 2 hours or longer for some reason, and I don't know why.
Now, in that vein, Dave shut the movie off the first time he watched it, like 25 minutes into it.
Yeah.
So maybe they should have tightened up that 25 minutes into a good 10 minutes.
Some of it was a bit fleshed out. Like I think some of it they could have just cut a little bit out, shortened it a bit.
Nah, that's because you're from the UK. You guys don't even want your shows long.
Here's my take.
Mhm.
All right. Like Roger said, I watched it the first time. I watched it for a half hour, turned it off. Then I'm like, basically had to drag myself. So the other day before we watched the big screen, I'm like, let me just go ahead and force myself to watch this freaking turd again. So I started it from 30 minutes, watched it to the ending, and I was like, ugh. So then went and watched it in big screen last night, and I mean, it was better, but it's just it's like every coming of age movie we've ever seen where the homely little kid, falls in love with the hot girl, and the hot girl's gonna do him, which never really happens in all
He's only
the other
14.
movies. Like you said, unless she's just a freaking cum bucket and just is going to sleep with everybody before she goes, leaves town.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just
Leaving that trap around.
Yeah, of her wanting to do him ain't gonna happen. He's 14. She's driving a car. She, in real life, no girl is gonna have any interest in him. Ain't gonna happen. So I mean, that's one of the things that bugged me with the movie, and just, I mean, yeah, if he had a crush on her, but then she actually went out with him and all the other stuff. And I mean, I can understand why Roger likes the movie, because it's about the area where he grew up. He ran a snack shack with his family, in the state park. So a lot of it come, home with him. And I can see that. But I'm like, Todd, did I hate the movie? No. But do I know anybody that I could recommend it that when after they watch it, they would tell me, hey, thanks for telling me about that movie. That was great. I can't think of one person that would tell me that. So that's, I mean, we've watched a hell of a lot worse movies than this, but it's just not something. Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a storyline we've seen 1,000 times before. Young kids growing up, drinking, smoking, smoking pot, smoking cigarettes. But yeah, I watched it 2 times, and that's one more time than I ever wanted to watch it.
Well, you should have just waited to watch it with us.
Yeah.
No, because I got to watch everything twice, even if I don't like it.
Yeah, but you should save it for the to watch it in big screen first.
No, because I would sit there in big screen and I'd just be going, bullshit, bullshit.
Oh, okay.
She would have no interest in him. Bullshit. See, I would just be bitching the whole time, where at least when I'm sitting at home, I'm watching it by myself and I'm going, that's never going to happen in real life.
You never know. Sometimes it does.
Hey, I want to ask a question of the panel. So Shane went to war, right? So would it be the Gulf War, right? Desert Shield, where it was over in 100 hours, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So he went to that. So you sign up for 4 years. So I'm like,
he was a weekend warrior. He said every other weekend turned into missing it. He was National Guard.
I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I missed the part because I was like, so that would make him 22 before he even came back. Then why is he hanging with some 14-year-olds?
Yeah, he was just National Guard.
Yeah. Okay. National Guard. All right. So that makes sense. I missed the part. I must have been getting my coffee in the morning when. Because Blue wouldn't have caught the every other weekend. I would have caught that. But yeah, that was the only thing I was like, that doesn't make, because he said, I missed my freshman year. I'm like, you missed more than a fucking year if you joined the military. That's a minimum of 4.
I had like 24 buddies that had signed up for weekend warrior duty that all ended up in fucking Desert Storm for 18 months because of that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you think it's easy money.
Yeah,
Easy.
It wasn't for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one of my buddies had to fucking burn the shit piles, and he came back with that disease that all those motherfuckers got. Because
In Rise Above, you're correct because you said he mentioned he wasn't old enough to drink. I was confused when I said to her, I said that doesn't make sense, and so it makes sense that he was a weekend warrior. That's why I missed
Rise
his
is
age.
quick. Just FYI, Rise is quick.
Yeah. He's because I was thinking, what does
not that he's mentally quick? That's his name. He's quick.
Yeah. Well, I say Rise because I posed this comment. Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, is someone else going or?
No, go ahead.
Just me. Okay. I really like this movie. It's funny because it's my first time watching it because I've been, holding off a big screen to watch these movies, when we choose them. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but watching in big screen with everyone else is a lot of fun because it does remind me when I was a kid and going to the movies every week with my friends. It's the same thing for me now with big screen. It really is that you sneak into the movie theater with your friends and you're watching a movie and you're having a pisser in there, and that's exactly what happens in big screen. But there were so many things in this movie that I really chuckled at, and having Roger there because since I'm not in a small town with one stoplight, it's completely different for me, because I wish I had that, and I've told those guys so many times how I say how lucky you are that you have that peace and quiet, and I think I could live that life. I keep saying I want to do it, but
Abin said the kid was mowing his lawn, and then he walked away from the mower and left it in the front yard, and Abin was like, "Well, that was stupid," or whatever he said.
Take that freaking thing,
I was like, nobody's gonna mess with his freaking mower in the Midwest.
Auburn, in the small towns like that, people don't lock their doors and they leave their keys in the car.
Right. I never locked my house growing up. Never once was our house locked.
In the 70s, I didn't lock my doors. I got to say that, but it became a time where you had to because people have messed up. But I remember, at least I can say, yeah, sure, I live here in New York, and there was a time I could not lock my door. But there were a lot of little things, having that one stoplight town and being able to drive as fast as you want because, like Rod was saying, like his town, they didn't have any police, it's just like there's so little people, and I think that's great, and that's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this. The things that to see these kids all getting together and having this snack shack because me, I was always into candy anyhow, and I would have made a killing myself, selling candy to kids, and drinks and all that. I know I could go on about how these two fought over a girl, but you know what, I feel that they would have came back to each other again anyhow. If it wasn't the other guy getting killed, something would have brought them back together once the other broad would have left. Sure, it was messed up, but she never liked the other guy. You know what I mean? The other guy was the one who was, portraying like, oh yeah, I was thinking of her and all this, and instead of him trying to find out, by talking to her because she really liked him. That's why she called him.
Let him feel him. She let Moose feel her ass up on the fucking tree, up against the tree. He had his hands all over the titties.
Right, he did.
Come on now. I was like,
right,
that's cold.
I understand that, but it was because he was, coming on so strong to her. I feel, you know what I mean? That she said, okay, this is what you wanted to do.
And I told you guys, where I grew up, you always dated your friends' ex-girlfriends because there was only 6 freaking girls to choose from.
Right. So that's why I guess I'm a little more generous to her because Why shouldn't she get to do whatever she wants to? You know what I mean? Going through small towns like this all the time. You know, I think that she really liked the other kid anyhow. You know, so that's how I felt about it. There were a couple little things that were notes there, like this one here. A non-distinct silver beer can is shown in use throughout the film,
Yep.
but a name is never legible. This is due to underage drinking. But you know, there were a lot of little things that were going on in the movie, but I thought it was funny. You know, I can remember doing crazy things myself as a kid growing up, and I think that's why I liked it. This was, you know, really good movie, and it's other people who were my age that grew up with me that I would tell to watch this because I know they'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, me too. Anybody
You know?
from my hometown would freaking
Mhm.
love this movie because
Right.
it just would bring back so much
Memories.
memories of what we did. Because
Yeah.
91 isn't that far from when we were raising hell.
No.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yep. The things we did. Whether you're
Alvin,
taking, yeah.
Hey, when you talk about her, this and that, I mean, I was a guy that I moved a lot when I was in my
Younger.
in my teenage years.
Yeah.
Moved in a lot of different. I would move, and let me tell you, I never got offered sex more than when it was time for me to move.
Wow.
Because this
See,
is no
you
lie.
gotta always say you're leaving.
When I was getting ready to leave, there
Uh-huh.
would be girls that I had never talked to or nothing would be
Mhm.
like, "Hey, you know, I hate that you're leaving. I've always kind of thought you were nice or this or that," and be willing to give up the cookie because guess what? I was leaving, and I couldn't talk about her. You know, she couldn't get a bad reputation because I was
Right.
leaving.
Yeah.
Right.
So to me, when I saw this girl, I'm like, you know, she's starting she gets to start a fresh life every time she
Right.
drops in someplace.
Right.
It can create a whole new her.
That's why I couldn't be mad at her.
I could
You
be
know?
better because I thought that I didn't like it that she played the two guys that were friends. And now, if she would have just flirted with the other kid, with Moose or this or that, but when he was feeling her up and AJ was right there, I'm like,
But she
that's
didn't
a little
see
too
him.
far. It was a
She
little.
didn't
That
see
was a little
him.
too much.
But she didn't see him. You know what
They
I'm
were
saying?
walking together. And remember, one
No.
went on those two
Oh,
went on this
yeah.
side
When
of the
the
road.
cop,
She
when
went
they see
down
the
here.
cop. Mm-hmm.
You did. Hey, how many girls stop your hands when you start heading towards the movie? There were a lot. They said, no, you ain't doing that. So I'm like,
Depends on how big your hands are.
yeah. And the only other thing, when you said this reminds you of watching big screen,
Yeah.
reminds you of going to the movies. Is that because in big screen, everybody's talking like black folks do back in the day in the theater, and they all keep talking during the movie. So
No.
everybody
We
in big
really
screen
don't
keeps
talk that
talking
much.
too.
Not really. We really don't talk too much in the movie.
There was a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
A lot of laughing, yeah. Yeah, we don't you gotta come in more. You know.
Well, yeah,
you know,
but I mean,
since you-
but when we watch a movie, there is banter going on.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
whereas I think about when I used to go to the movies back when I lived in the city back, you know, you hear some folks, don't be going down there. You know? Oh, you getting ready to die? So,
Yeah.
you know,
If
I heard that when I was at the theaters.
Auburn isn't adding his own dialogue to the movie, then you know that he's actually enjoying it.
Well, I love having a pistol with that. With anything we do in big screen, it is fun.
It is.
It is fun. It really is. Hint. You know, everyone else out there who hasn't gotten an Oculus yet.
Yeah.
Even Blue got one now.
Blue's even got
Blue
one.
just got one. Okay. You know, you got to get one, and you'll understand what we're talking about. If you know someone who has one, at least try to get on. Just borrow there so you can see what we're talking about. And
yeah, now that we have the ability to make every movie a 3D movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even we made this into a 3D movie. I mean, it does a lot of effects to it, but I think it does enhance the picture.
Yeah,
It makes
it was good.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It was
my
really
opinion.
good. Yeah, it definitely does something for a movie. It really does.
All right, so is it Roger's turn to talk about it, or?
I
he
guess
started.
so.
I thought you started.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I like this movie a lot because it parallels a lot of the shit that I did growing up. I ran from the time I was 14 through 18. Me and my two other brothers, so three of us, we ran a snack shack at a state park swimming area. It was not a swimming pool. There was no swimming pools where I'm from. We had a big lake that had a designated swimming area in it, and there was a concession stand, and we ran the concession stand, and it supplied the lifeguards. When I started, I was 14. I was too young to be a lifeguard, so I was stuck in the snack shack for 2 years, and I never sold fuck dogs. I wish I would have thought of fuck dogs, because I sure as hell would have sold fuck dogs. I've always been a hustler. I've hustled every day of my life since I've been a dozen years old. So I really got these kids. These kids did a lot of the same shit that I did when I was their age, and I didn't think much of it was far fetched. I mean, I didn't brew any beer, but as you know, I grew up on a farm, so every year I grew a lot of weed, and I sold a lot of weed to my buddies instead of selling beer.
Oh my
gosh. And I thought this movie had a lot of laughs in it. I laughed at least 10 times, maybe even a dozen times. And just like that laugh, that's a beautiful pickup. I would kill to have that pickup right now. And the script was good, the acting was good, the sets were pretty good. Now I read that the $100 bills were not correct. They weren't correct, but I don't care about that really.
Right. We don't care about any of that. It was movie was funny as all hell.
Yeah, the movie was funny, and that's what I was there for. Comedy is my favorite genre of movies, and the ones that really make you laugh are few and far between, really. And I thought this was high on the ratio of time versus laughs. I thought it had a lot of laughs for the amount of time that you put into it, and that's always good for me. I'm glad that people enjoyed it more than my last movie, but that's not hard to do.
True.
That's about all. You guys did really good of talking about this movie. You hit all the good spots and all the bad spots, and I'm glad you enjoyed it if you did. And if you didn't enjoy it, screw you.
You got bad humor.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Let's see. All right, so we got everybody on the panel here. So we'll go ahead and do the vote. So play would mean that you would recommend this to somebody. Pass would mean you'd hope this dies a fiery death. So we're going to go through the panel as well as you guys over in the side chat. Give us a play or pass. We also, after we talk about this, we'll also have the vote that was in Telegram, so we'll know what that vote is to find out if this movie gets a play or if this gets a pass. Andrew's to my far right on icon, so I'm going to start with Andrew. Would you give this a play or pass?
It's a play.
It's a play. So play from Andrew for the Snack Shack. So Beachy, Snack Shack 2024, play or pass?
I have to give it a pass because I can't think of anybody like you off the top of your head. Are you saying? I cannot think of saying, "Oh, watch this movie. I think you really enjoy it." I just can't. So, using our prerequisite, I have to give it a pass.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It is the name of the show is Play or Pass, and could you recommend this to others? So, if you can't think of somebody, then it becomes a pass for you. Eddie, so Play or Pass for old Snack Shack.
This is going to be a big play for me.
Oh, the big play for Big Ed. You said you already recommended this to your kids.
Yeah, I did. The only thing is, I don't know when they're going to watch it, though.
They'll get to it.
They're busy guys working in the movie industry,
Yeah.
so they're busy people. So, Roger. So,
It was a play for me. I loved it. I loved it a lot, actually.
Yeah, so good. So it's our play from him. Quick over here, Rise Above says actually texted 3 friends born in the late 70s to check it out. So all right. So see, he had some people he was already going to recommend this to.
I'm shocked Quick has 3 friends.
hey, 2 of them are you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he sent the text to you, said, "Hey, check this movie out." Oh no, forgot I was in there with you. Aubin, what do you think for Snack Shack?
It's a play for me, definitely. I love anything where it's not a billion people mulling around, in this concrete jungle I live in. I like this. It feels homey. You know what I mean? I really like it. It sucks that they have to walk all over the place. Geez, at least get a skateboard or something.
He had a bike.
He had a bike. Yeah, he did have
and a wagon.
Yeah, that was funny when he's pulling his ice. Oh man, that poor guy. He gets there and everything's melted anyhow. Gosh. If they were ordering all the other stuff, I don't know why he didn't order ice.
I give it a play. I did struggle a little bit on if I would give this a play or pass, falling under the same thing Beach was saying. Do you have some people? And I did think about a few people that I could recommend this to. So I was like, it was, and again, much better than expected. I expected to hate it. And in the end, did not hate it. I think we gave it either a 6 or a 7 on our Tracked, because I have Tracked where I rate it. I think I gave it a 6. So I felt like it was a 6.5 is where I felt like it fell for me. And Blue agreed that she felt like it, was better than what we were expecting. I was expecting to hate it, and I'm like, okay, all right, Roger, not bad, but again, I've lived in small towns, and so I can see where Roger talks about the small town vibe and the feel, and I can see where that would hit a lot of people's sweet spot. And it made you cry a little bit as well as kind of laugh. And I always love movies that can balance both. So good job. Let's see. So we got all of us. So I've got 8-1. Aubin, what's our vote over in the Telegram, bro?
15-3. Play.
All right. Well, then that seems to fall into the. All right, Roger. Well, you redeemed yourself. You actually got to play here, bro.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Now, what's funny is I gave Swiss Army Man a play because I have 2 friends I suggested it to because they got 6 sense of humor. But I couldn't give them this movie because it's a feel-good coming-of-age movie because they would go, what are you sending me this surfy shit for? They would like the more stupid shit of Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
And I love the Swiss Army Man as well, but I love this one as well. I like stuff that makes me laugh.
There was, I thought of Napoleon Dynamite, but there was also another movie, and I couldn't put my finger on. This reminds me of this type of feel. You know what I mean? That teenage
Porky's kind of.
Yeah, maybe Porky's.
Yeah.
Less sex stuff in this than Porky's. Porky's.
Yeah.
But man, I think you're right about that genre, that feel. Maybe not that it wasn't set in the same time.
No.
But Porky's kind of does give you that same feel in this movie. Just less sex.
Yep.
So yeah, you're right. That kind of a. So if you're into that kind of stuff, this does. So hey, Snack Shack gets a play from this very tough audience, that we have here. All right, so we open up the floor to any kind of movies and TV shows that you would want to recommend, especially TV shows, but we also will talk about some movies, but we're careful about movies that are new movies that may fall on our wheel. So we'll maybe dance around some of those, but we will open the floor. So what do you guys think? I've got to run for a second. I'll be right back. But hey, go ahead and Alban, I'll let you run the floor right for. I got to run, get rid of some of this beer.
Okay, well, first off, there's no UFC this weekend, everyone. So did Todd close himself out, or yeah, he did.
Yeah.
There's no UFC this weekend, so we'll be doing other things in big screen. But as for new movies, anybody see anything new this week that came
Well,
out?
I mean, Civil War just dropped today. Also, South Park came out with their new little movie.
Yep.
What's it? Something about obesity. It basically has to do with Ozempic and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
South is called South Park. The end of obesity.
I think that just dropped this morning, didn't it, Dave?
Yeah, but both of those, Civil War and South Park, dropped today.
Something else dropped this morning, I thought.
It was that J-Lo movie.
No, it wasn't a J-Lo thing.
Yeah,
No.
I saw J-Lo, Netflix, and I immediately pass.
Yeah, that looks horrible. And I'm a sci-fi guy. Yeah, it looks horrible.
Well, new season of
a new sci-fi one with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
New season of Shoresy dropped today.
Oh, cool.
Season 3, 2 episodes of that.
I finished Young Sheldon.
Oh, you did finish it already. Oh, good.
What a great show that was.
Yeah. Yep. I got something to send you on that you don't know.
What I didn't know is I watched all 7 seasons. I just finished binging them, and the mom Mary. Every now and then I was like, "Good Lord, she really is impersonating Laurie Metcalf, who played."
No, that's my mom.
It's her freaking mom. It's her.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
crazy.
why her mannerisms and her facial expressions are so much like Laurie Metcalf, because it's her daughter.
Right. Right. Yep. Yeah. There was an Easter egg in that finale that the father was actually there in the what do you call it? At the funeral. And he was dressed up as a woman.
Oh, really?
At the funeral, yeah. I have to send you a picture of that. Lance Barber.
But
it was funny.
If you guys liked what's
Big Bang?
The Big Bang Theory, I really suggest watching Young Sheldon, because they stay so true to the canon of Sheldon that it's impressive. They did a great job, actually.
Yeah, and they're gonna do another spinoff.
Yeah, Georgie's got his own show.
Right. So at least we got that to watch.
Yep.
The big thing is people were talking about that Sheldon. They're saying that Sheldon is actually dead because of when they did this. Spoiler alert! When they did it at the end here, and they showed their future together with Sheldon and Amy. That they only talked about Penny coming over to watch the kids and nothing about Sheldon. So they're talking stuff that he's dead. So just in case people want to know.
Yeah, but I think it was acted very great.
Those kids act. You remember when you looked at that first season how young those kids were.
Yeah.
You know it was, and
like
then when
7, 8 years old.
Yeah, it was. Those kids were excellent actors and actresses. They're going to be ones to watch because they were that good. They really that good.
You like The Big Bang Theory? I say watch Young Sheldon. is great.
Yeah, definitely. They had a great cast in it.
Yeah.
Too.
Annie
Excellent.
Potts is absolutely hysterical, and she really is.
Yeah.
She does a great job as Mima.
Yeah.
Can I recommend a good TV miniseries?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
The new Stax Soulville. That blew me away. Thanks, Dave. He give it
Stax
to me.
what, bud?
Soulville.
Next, Soulsville, USA.
Okay.
I can't find any sources for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing what some people have.
Is it Sax or Stax?
Stax.
STAX.
Oh, STAX.
You know, we were talking about, business. Well, this is all, how it
There it is.
How it grew.
Where am I
and
missing?
how it was
Over
taken
here?
over.
Oh, there it is.
And how it died.
Thank you.
Now, where are you finding the sources for this, Dave?
Just like the old way, how we had to get stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The old way.
Okay. All right.
IRC?
VHS way. No. No. VHS
IRC?
way. No. I'm talking like around VHS time.
Roger in the side chat.
Okay.
No, we're talking about,
okay.
how businesses, are taking over another business. Well, this is a good example of this, where this one was really screwed by Atlantic Records. And then they came back. And then after they went dead.
Yeah, well, it's basically Jerry Wexler, because it's the same thing he did with Fame Studios and Muscle Shoals.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, I mean, that's basically, you screwed the guy. I mean, the big loser was the Jim Stewart, the guy who found the studio. He lost everything.
Well, he just passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're a fan of music like I am, like when I saw it was coming out, I told Eddie, because I know he likes music like I do. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
The corporate life, they don't have any mercy. They want to do something, they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it affects a lot of people. But then, for Stax, for myself, I rather have Stax than Tamil Motown. And when it died, it died. But as a matter of fact, I nearly met Jerry Wexler. I had to do a job in the States, and my friend used to play golf with him. So he tried to set up a meeting so I could go meet him, but I never got it.
Ain't got no time for that.
Huh?
He ain't got no time for that.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Clarkson Farm.
That's a great show.
I'm sorry. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think they do a really good job of educating you as well as giving you humor and finding that balance. There's a lot of truth that goes in there. And Roger can tell you about farming is not about making a lot of money, and how farmers are struggling every single day with choices that they make. But I think that they do a really good job of balancing the seriousness of farming and how difficult it is, along with it's kind of funny and that lightheartedness that, again, he can do because he's a millionaire and he's got what's it Netflix gave him $200 million or whatever for fucking 3 seasons. So he ain't struggling. He don't need farming.
He's a hobby farmer.
Yeah.
But you see how that struggle, if you were a person that doesn't have a Netflix or Amazon contract, how hard it is to balance. And I think that this season, when they did the thing where what he did, Caleb did the real farming. and then he
Jeremy.
does the side hobby, the farming unfarmed areas and doing things in not trying to be an industrial farmer. And you see the difficulty and the risks that you're taking. Every decision you make, from when you start your crops, what you put down, when you put it down, what you add to the crops, as in fertilizer or nutrients, or
And even if you do that all perfectly, it might not fucking rain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
it might rain too much.
Rain too much.
Or it's the
it's
wrong
too cold.
time.
Yeah. It's too cold. Well, guess what? Or when you say you did everything and you fucking farm and everything comes out bumper crop. It's awesome. But the market's down.
Yep. That's going to tank the market.
Too many people did real well. So guess what? Now you're only getting a quarter of what you would have if. I mean, it's a game. And you think about, these are people that do this year in, year out.
Yep.
And if you don't have these people, we don't have food, folks.
Exactly.
So, oh my gosh, it really makes me look at farming and what we take for granted completely. I look at it differently. And again, Blue is not a person that likes this kind of reality TV, but we both really enjoy this show, and I guess all the episodes were done, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think we watched them all.
There was only 8 this year.
Yeah. So we watched them all and thoroughly enjoyed it. To me, great show, and
I'm not sure who could watch it and not find something rewarding out of it. Honestly, it's good. It's really good.
It's just like that other one you had me watch, Todd, about with the little farm.
The littlest big farm, or big littlest farm.
The biggest little farm. Yeah,
biggest little farm.
It was great, you know. And ever since that, I've been hooked on all this damn farming stuff.
Which reminds me, today on the Epic Game Store, Farm Simulator 22 is a free game.
Hey, that's an extra.
I want you to go get it.
That's an extra for everybody. A little extra, side of the week.
Well, since you're talking about farming, you can go to ranching, and if you're a sci-fi fan, that Outer Range,
that's great.
Whole season dropped. So if you're into weird sci-fi, because it got really weird this year.
Oh gosh!
Holy shit!
I like it a lot.
First season. I thought the first season was good. I thought it was good.
This season just was like, what the fuck? Could they make it any weirder?
When they went in the ground, when they fell in the ground, and that whole thing last season, when they would fall in the hole, I'm like, I don't know. It was just so weird about how that's like. They went into the future or some shit.
Or the past. Or the past.
Or when he's digging a hole, and a million freaking buffalo come out of the hole.
God.
It is a weird show. Not a bad show. It is just weird.
It's done really well. The acting's good. The script's good. The locations, the set, the scenery,
beautiful,
freaking gorgeous. Montana is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
What's it over here? Redneck said, "I still watch Motel Hell."
Okay,
that is a classic movie.
That was a classic.
I saw that. Okay, I saw that when I was a teenager.
Yes, me too.
Driving Motel Hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. Motel Hell. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Remember when they were in the ground? When the people were in the ground, and he'd put that little kaleidoscope on them to get them dazed and confused. And then he put the tractor on them. Oh my god. Oh my god. We had to be 13, 14 when we saw that. I remember seeing
I was very old.
Motel Hell.
Because I just remember because I remember when I saw that movie, I'm like, that's the gym teacher from Porky's.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one, Red. That's a for folks that are want to see an old horror flick. It's a must see. You've got to have seen this movie. God. I think that we got this when it was one of those HBO free weekends. Remember back in the day when HBO would do the free weekend? I think that was when I saw this at my buddy's house because my family's too poor to have HBO. Or we didn't have cable. At that time, we didn't have cable. So he had cable and we could watch the HBO free weekends. And this was one of the ones we watched like at 1:00 at night. It was like in the middle of the night. We stayed up and watched it. So yeah, Motel Hell. Good call, Red. That's an old classic there.
Motel Hell, Phantasm.
Phantasm,
yeah. You have that fucking ball with the little blade in it.
That reminds me, they're remaking Pinhead. I just read someplace.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I heard about that a while back.
I heard The Old Man is coming back, season 2, eh?
That is coming back. Yeah.
The Old Man lost me near a little over halfway into that season. It kind of lost me. I don't know.
I liked it.
I
thought he did a good job.
It's kind of we never finished it.
Oh no, you should go back and finish it because they had a good ending on it.
I don't know. It's something about his mouth, and Blue talked about it. She said ever since he did, I can't remember what movie that she said that he did where his jaw.
Yeah.
Christophin. Where's you ever seen it? Where it's like his bottom jaw sticks out like he's chewing tobacco. It always makes me think of.
It makes me think that he was a meth user.
Yeah.
But meth, I mean, that's been so many years ago. Would meth been back then? I mean, maybe for the rich.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he did a movie where he played a weird mouth. He had a weird mouth in a movie, and it was like after that, it's
like ever since he did the remake of True Grit, he talks like John Wayne,
Jeff Bridges,
character from True Grit.
And if you're gonna watch True Grit, watch the frickin' original.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I just wanted to say another thing. Since there's no UFC this weekend, we I think we're going to, and it's Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna show Saving Private Ryan in 3D on big screen.
Saturday
maybe
night,
I'll do it Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night I'll do it. Yeah, because I don't know if people are gonna go away for Monday.
There's
or
bare
whatever.
knuckle Saturday night.
Yeah, there's bare knuckle. Maybe I could do it before it, maybe. But I'm dying to see it in 3D. I'm dying to watch that movie in 3D.
Yeah, this is the weekend I generally watch Band of Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's. I was always going away to DC to do the Run to the Wall, but with my foot not going, and we would always. It would be funny because every year we go down and they would always playing MASH for some reason.
MASH.
And I love MASH.
The movie or the TV show?
The show. They would just have going 24/7, which was great the whole weekend to be there and watch MASH. I love MASH.
Have you ever read the books?
No, I didn't read.
They're great, by the way. They're easy to read. They're like 120 pages each. So
okay,
get them and read them, Bob. You'll love them.
All right, hey guys, have I been asleep? Atlas.
That's the Jennifer Lawrence movie.
It just dropped today.
I was gonna say I saw 124 people watch, or 172 people watch. I'm like, holy shit, how did I miss that?
It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah,
okay, Jennifer Lawrence. Okay, or
J-Lo.
That's why you were taking your bathroom break. We were talking about it, and I said, yeah, I saw where the Jennifer Lopez movie dropped on Netflix, and that was an immediate pass on download.
I'm a sci-fi fanatic, and there's no chance in hell I'm watching this movie.
I mean, I might watch it just because.
It might be good. You never know.
But I
know.
It's
gonna be bad.
She cannot act.
Right.
I'm sorry. She cannot fucking act. I mean,
and I don't think she's hot either.
Well, her ass is. I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm an ass man, and
Smoking.
she has a fat ass. But her acting, it is atrocious to watch.
Yep.
Geely, anyone?
I
You know?
Oh, horrible.
One thing
You know, she's
little
getting
off
a.
the-
Yeah. go
I
ahead.
was reading something on the gossip how they, they're talking about, they're her and Ben Affleck are,
Yeah.
sitting for a divorce, and he didn't show up.
Again.
And he said it was good. What I read was he's filming, he's making The Accountant movie. He's making The Accountant 2, which
I
is
like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was great. So I
Yeah.
just hate that it's taken so long.
No,
to
they
make
were
another
saying all
one.
kinds of stuff about them, and which is funny, you know. Yeah, she goes back, marries the same guy again, and then they'll get another divorce. I think that's hilarious.
I just seen that the reporters were barred from asking about him at her press conference for the Atlas release.
I'm sorry, if you can't get along with somebody the first time you married with them,
Yep.
what
Why?
makes you think the second
Yeah,
time
the second
could be
time.
better?
Right.
Can we just hook up once in a while?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
because
how you need to keep it. You
Affleck
need to
was
keep it.
mad that someone else was tapping that ass. That's
You know
why.
what? I would keep it 100% that, you know what? Hey, this tonight works for you, works for me too. You know what?
Well,
Look,
He
what
was
happened
gonna go back.
was
He was worried
he
he was
got
gonna
a
go back to
Jennifer
City.
tattoo the first time they were dating. Okay, so they broke up. So he had to marry Jennifer Garden.
yeah,
He
gotta find
still
another
had
Jennifer.
that Jennifer tattoo. So they end up getting divorced. So he still has that Jennifer tattoo. So who other Jennifers? Okay, let's try to take two.
Lawrence. I'm gonna try for Lawrence.
She's
next.
married.
She's
Oh,
married.
okay.
I would. I mean, I'm sorry. I would if J Lo said, "Hey, homie, if we look, yeah, I'm in." I mean, because I'm telling you, that ass is
He's smoking.
woo. You could set a beer can on the top of that, and it's not going to go nowhere.
I did watch the first 15 minutes of the Fall Guy movie, and
Yeah,
I didn't hate it. I liked
watched
what I saw.
We watched the
Yeah,
whole thing.
well, I just added it. That's my new choice on the wheel.
Okay, so I won't say.
So I had to pick a new movie. So it was either that or Civil War, and I was like,
I wanted to put on Civil War. No,
Well, you can. You can put it on.
You can still add it.
I mean, we got next week. We got next week. Throw it on there. I haven't watched Civil War. I did. Watch
Anybody watch that Challengers? Is that the name of it?
Challengers?
Yeah, Challengers.
Oh no! I keep
Zendaya
seeing
movie about
Yeah.
Hell
I don't
no.
know. There's just something that looked wrong with that.
I know. I can't stand it. I just want to know if anyone watched it to know how bad it was.
I watched about 20 minutes of it and I dropped it.
What's the rating on it? What's the rating?
Wait, it'll be up the top here. Back up. Hold on. No, does it show it? No, it doesn't show the. Yeah, it should be here.
Stars?
Should be. I thought they gave a rating.
71%.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's early on. I mean, it's been out a week.
How many people voted? No, it's been out longer than that.
9,000 watchers. 1,700 votes.
That's going to be all Zendaya fans.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When I saw that trailer, I was like, "Oh my god!" After I cleaned up the puke, I was just like, "Oh my god! Why are they letting this girl act? Send her back to Disney.
Yeah,
she should be locked in the fucking vault."
I'll probably watch it one day. It's like we have other shit on. I'll like turn it on. I'm vacuuming the house or whatever. I've seen it as trending, and a lot of times on trending. That's when I'll see a movie is, and you're never sure of what it is or if it's a cam or nothing. So I saw that. I've seen the picture, and something about this picture doesn't make me want to watch it. I don't know. I guess you could have. I don't know. Yeah. Well.
No, I thought it was just like how this movie was one broad in between two guys again.
Ah!
You know? and I just wanted to see if these guys are trying to dump her.
No, I think they do a menage a trois type of situation.
Yeah.
See, just what I was thinking was going to happen in the last movie, and it didn't happen.
Mhm.
Well, let's see. So, Abigail, I did watch that. I don't think we're going to
Abigail,
review
yeah.
that.
No.
Not
How'd you like?
scary.
Did you watch it?
We watched it.
Okay.
Not bad. It had a little bit of humor parts in it. Where they kind of like
Mhm.
snicker. Not like jokes, but where it's
Right.
kind of slapstick kind of thing. But not a bad movie. For a horror movie, which
Mhm.
I say horror and very because it's not really horror. It's a what was that one where they were in the cabin in the woods kind of feel?
Yeah.
Where there's
Okay.
horror, but it also is kind of funny in a little way, little
Mhm.
ways.
Yeah.
Abigail's like that. There's parts
Okay.
that's kind of like you're kind of snickering little jokes, but then tries to be horror, but it's like I'm already laughing. How can you make me scared? I mean, so
Mhm.
not a bad movie. And people that are in Blue hates horror jump scares, hates them. We
Mhm.
watched that and she's like, that wasn't too bad. So it is not a jump scare kind of movie. Not bad at all. So if you kind of like a little bit of sci-fi horror-ish, worth watching. It's not, you're not going to want the time back, I guess.
How about that Arcadian one? The one with Nick Cage. He's got a new one
I
out.
think I
I don't know
started that. I think I started that, but I don't think what happened to us and we had to stop watching it.
It had Nick Cage in it, so I had to
Nah,
stop.
Nick Cage in it.
Well,
I watched another horror movie, which was not a good movie at all. It was Late Night with the Devil, which I thought I was going to love it because I love late night TV shit, but it was bad. It was bad. The acting was bad, the script was bad, and it wasn't scary at all.
It was weird.
Yeah.
No, this ain't it. This ain't
No.
Nicolas Cage. I'm trying to remember why we stopped watching that Arcadian. I think we had to go somewhere and we forgot we were watching it. So I mean, so it definitely
there it is. There it is. You just pass it.
Oh yes.
Second.
Oh yeah. All right. Yes, we were watching this post-apocalyptic movie.
Oh, okay.
They are like survivors at the end. 28 days later, ish. To kind of put it in the genre.
Okay.
Not horrible. We got 3/4 of the way to maybe halfway. Well, we're past halfway, and we forgot we were watching it because that's the problem. Sometimes that happens. When you got too many choices and you go a couple days and you forgot you're watching that. But not horrible. As much as I've watched, I put it 5.
If you did it on Plex, at least Plex would remind you, hey, dumbass, you were watching this over here.
Yeah, but I used the big K, so
yeah. But
Blue
even still, that could do it for you also.
Blue added a new widget, which is movies in progress.
Okay.
So we have our movies and now we move movies in progress because we do that. You forget you're watching something, and I think it was a night someone came over, we had to stop watching, and then just completely forgot we were watching it. So, I bet you that's on the widget because, Arcadian. All right, hey, we're at 2.5 hours. Holy moly! All right, so we gotta get out of here. Beach wasn't beating us up because there wasn't redneck brawls on.
Nope, nothing on.
Nothing on.
All right, so you got some anything this weekend that you said you wanted to mention?
Like I said, I'm gonna do the Saving Private Ryan. More likely tomorrow in big screen in 3D. So I really want to see how that looks. That'd be insane, and that in the first couple minutes of the movie in the beginning when they're in the boats, man, that ought to be pretty good.
That scene, probably it's definitely in the top
Yeah, it is.
15 scenes of a movie.
Mhm.
That first scene is
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Intense.
Yeah. So
All right, so
that ought
we
to
got
be
that
pretty
this
good.
weekend. I saw someone. I do know that wrestling. I say
Yeah,
wrestling.
AEW. Yeah,
Has got some pay per view. I
Yeah.
think
yeah.
WWE has
AEW.
one too.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what it's called.
I thought AEW has one going on.
Yeah, but WWE has one going too.
Mhm.
It's not a big name because one of my students told me about it. I don't remember what it was, but so it's got something going on this weekend. Indianapolis 500, is that Sunday?
Don't know.
I think it is because Kyle Larson, who is a NASCAR guy, is actually racing in Indianapolis 500. So that means Sunday he'll have to leave the Indianapolis
He's
500.
going to Tony Stewart.
Yeah, he's doing and then have to race to. Not sure where they're going to be this week. It used to be Charlotte. It was always Charlotte on Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if that's where they're at. So, yeah. Oh, Redneck Cup. Thank you, Red. Yeah. So yeah, Indianapolis 500 and
Rangers tonight.
Who?
Game 7.
Rangers.
What sport is that?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea.
I guess I'll be watching that tonight.
The
They
Hurricane?
didn't cheat. No. Just because there's New York associated with it doesn't mean we cheat. Just because we're named New York, New York.
That goal was a goal. I don't know how they didn't call that a goal.
Whatever. All right. So we got that this weekend, and nothing else big going on this weekend, I don't think. So we'll. You're going to do something. Are you going to do anything on? So Thursday night, you will show this in Oculus, or
Yeah.
So this movie will be
I
shown.
show the movie. Yeah.
So anybody that wants to join in on Thursday night on the Oculus, and again, Oculus is fun. I mean,
it
is Oculus 2 big screen. And Blue did say after she watched, she goes, "Okay, this is kind of neat." To be with your friends, virtually, and you're able to talk shit while you're watching something.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way, I knew she was enjoying it when me, you, and Aubin were sitting behind her talking shit, and she was just staring at the screen, not making a sound. So I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, she's hooked.
She's hooked.
Yeah. And once we put the fan, when she had the fan on her, I put the fan in front of her.
Oh yeah.
Cool. You know how it makes you feel when you first.
Did you get her strap yet or not?
Yes, we got her hooked up.
Oh yeah, good.
It came Wednesday. So I set up the strap and battery pack for the back. So Peter says big soccer game, which football over in the UK, big soccer game over tomorrow in Scotland. So we get that for folks. So again, we got plays.
Speaking of footy, I was playing Trivia Crack today, and thanks to me getting hooked on Welcome to Wrexham, there was a soccer related question that I only got right because I've been watching them play live, on Saturday mornings.
What was the question?
Oh, it was about where does the player get the free kick and da 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 da.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Well, then they got me on one. The one that really crushed me was, what are cricket bats? What wood are cricket bats made out of? And
I heard that.
Maple,
I heard that.
Maple, probably.
Yeah, there were like, what was amazing. There were 3 sports questions in a row I got wrong.
Wow.
And one of them was like, what is a cricket bat made of? And I can't remember what the other ones were.
What are they made of, Dave?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think I put willow, and I can't remember. I think maybe it's willow, and I put oak. But yeah, it was.
It's a dumb game. It really is. Have any of you fuckers tried to watch it?
Yes, I've tried. I still don't understand it.
Exactly.
I'm confused. Like, who are the people in the outfield? Are they? I don't know. And you're like, smack it over here, and it's like, how many runs is that? I don't know.
Sticky wicket. Oh, give it a fuck.
Peter says Willow.
Yeah. And I thought I put oak because I was thinking of English oak. So.
All right. So we got that. Anything you want to say before we head out of here, Beach? Because we're heading out. We're at
Nope. See y'all next week.
Awesome. Eddie?
Good show again tonight, and everybody take it easy on the weekend down in the USA.
100%. Raj.
Thanks for the invite. Had fun. For those of you that didn't like the movie, sorry. Better
Sorry.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, and like and subscribe.
That's right. Damn, that's where we messed up again. No wonder.
No, I was showing it on the bottom before.
Oh, were you? Okay. All right. See,
remember?
Alvin's already on it.
You don't look at
subscribe,
the-
share. Yeah. All right.
Thanks everyone for coming and joining. Thanks for watching the movie and voting. We'll see you guys next week. If you buy an Oculus, hit us up in the Oculus streamers room and ask anybody. Any of us will jump in and be glad to help you out with it, and so you really enjoy it. That's it. See you guys next week.
Hey, Alvin, let's hope you don't get a strike because of your shirt, eh?
No.
When Alvin says something about if you're bi, I'm like, what? All right. So hey, thanks Uriel joining us. Thanks to the panel and all of our people that hung with us for this 2.5 hours. Hey, we enjoyed the show. Lots of good tips and information as well as the movie. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. We're out of here.
Yeah.